Hi friends, this is Pastor Kathy. Happy Easter! Okay, so it's not Easter Sunday, but it is Easter season. These 50 days between Easter and Pentecost, which we'll talk about in a later video, are a time in the church when we celebrate that Jesus stayed with his disciples and ate with them, talked with them, and shared the good news of his love and forgiveness with them after he rose from the dead. And that's part of the good news for us. Jesus, after he rose from the dead, freeing us from death in the process, chose to spend time with his friends. One story I love is that on the afternoon after Jesus rose from the dead, leaving an empty tomb behind, we find him catching up with a couple of the disciples and joining them in a walk down the road to Emmaus. The story, found in Luke chapter 24, says that the two disciples didn't recognize Jesus. And so Jesus asks them what they're talking about. And they tell him about their teacher, who had died 3 days ago, and how sad they were that he was dead. And then how the women went to the tomb and found it empty. And the women are saying that he, our Jesus, is alive. But who can tell? It's so hard to believe. And Jesus, still unrecognized, explains all that happened, giving everything context from Scripture, starting with the teachings of Moses and on through the prophets. And so these two disciples walking on the road with Jesus come to understand more than they knew before. And when they reach the house that they were walking to, Jesus acts like he's going to continue on walking. And these two bemused disciples invite their new friend to stay and eat with them. So Jesus sits down at the table and takes bread and gives thanks and breaks it. And that's when their eyes are opened and they realize that Jesus is sitting with them. That's the gift of this Easter season. In our mundane tasks of going from place to place and sitting down to eat with friends, family, and strangers, we find Jesus with us, going with us, helping us to see the gift of life that God offers to us each day. May you feel Jesus with you today as you eat and sleep and learn. Peace be with y'all. Goodbye.